There's a stem wall out there. And believe it or not, this is the hopper of a slot machine. And if it had any money in it at all, it would have melted. There's the gear, there's the transformer, but nothing but ash. Doesn't appear to be as though anything made it through this fire. There's another partial slot machine hopper there. Bunch of them here. There's a power supply or something. Could have been a slot machine. Here was their fireplace, which appears as though was virtually untouched. The fireplace did survive. This must have been an addition where I'm standing, because if this was wooden, it just absolutely burned all the way to the ground. Looks like it may have been an office of some kind. Nothing left in those file cabinets that would even be recognizable. This little room that may have been an addition has several slot machines in it. And as you can see, there's not a lot left. And we don't really know if this was in fact a storage room or if these guys were actually set up and this is where people could play them. But as you can see, slot machine door here in front of me, and a cabinet laying on the ground, a couple more cabinets. There was a 5-reeler, which is kind of uncommon, back there on the ground, laying on the back, and we couldn't tell what brand it was. Here's some cabinets in the back I want to be sure we get a little view of. Now these are interesting. These had, oh, you know what these were for? I know exactly what these were for. These had account numbers of people, and I have one right in my hand, and on this there will be somebody's name, and this was either for check cashing or something. And these, it seems odd they would have so many of these cabinets. See all the drawers? So when somebody came up and got a marker or cashed a check, they would scan that like the old credit cards, and that's how they got the information of the customer. Now here is what looks like ledgers of some kind. Yep. Montgomery Pass Lodge and Casino employee payroll. Kind of hard to read, but we may as well walk over to this motel that apparently was unaffected by the fire. While we're here, we drove 4 hours to get here, and we've been trying to get here for a couple of months now, but we finally made our way. Appears as though everything is sealed up to where you never know, they might be able to use this facility again. Here's my artist again, and I'm beginning to think now that that is a stencil. And he also has that same stencil on an abandoned gas station I stopped at on the 95. So that's actually 3 videos now we have seen that stencil. Kind of interesting. Some guy leaving his mark out here in abandoned Nevada. I don't see any sign where there were any people here recently. No food, no cigarette wrappers that look fresh. Kind of odd that these stairs would be caving in like this, but then again, I think they're wooden. I'm looking at the nails. Yeah, they are wooden. They are not going to last as long as some of the concrete stairs. So anyways, I'm not even going to attempt to go up there. But that's the second floor. And the size of these weeds, if in fact this did burn in 2010, which is what I read in the paper, these tumbleweeds have really taken over the asphalt here. It looks like they've tried to preserve part of this building as somebody maybe drove into that upright. So I imagine this building at some point for somebody would save them some money if they were going to start from scratch. But anyways, here's the back side of the casino. I was in that when it was open, and I think it was 15 to 20 years ago. We had to come over this pass because we couldn't get to Tonopah because of the snow, and this road was actually open. So kind of interesting. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We're going to go next door here to the gas station, maybe some kind of a early C-store. You can see my trucking friend is turning around in there, but we'll go over there and see what that's all about too. Thanks for tuning in. Nevada Arcade up in the mountains in rural Nevada. Bye for now.